Now the first carry with Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dole. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give. This is Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Handoff comes to Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Cook on the toss left. Cook with a 1st down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Over here.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Packers! For the score. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch this. 368! There you go, 368!
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
No. 319! Hey! I'm here all day.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
See 19.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
2 by 2. Move. 368. Raise up.
Dalton throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Over here. Yes.
So Dalton now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Over here. You're good. Side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Zoom. 319. Zoom.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
319.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
We're good. 3-6.
Second down, Dalton. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down. From midfield here, Dalton going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers to throw again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing is Rodgers. Anthony Barr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now to the air, Dalton. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more.
There you go, 368. Go. We're good.
Dalton now to pass. And he rifles one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the I. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Carlson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jones, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one, and he's going to go down again. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Over here, yes.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
To throw on second down. Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
368! 368!
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it. But it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
319. Zoom. 51 to 5. Jeff. It's just me and you.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to air one. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point try now for Crosby. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Minnesota. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey.
They run again on first down. Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Good. someone coming left.
Now Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a run with Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
52-93.
They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like
that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside